We are previewing NFL Week 1 here at SBR Forum Videos, and we're talking with John Ryan from JohnRyanSports.com right now. And John, one of the games you want to talk about is Philly at Cleveland. So I know you have an opinion on this one. Cleveland's a 9-point home underdog. Here we go, huge NFL home underdog. That's always an interesting game to discuss from a betting perspective. My thought is, if I had to make a bet on this one, I would take Philly -9. I mean, Cleveland is looking vulnerable in all areas. Brandon Weeden's going to start at quarterback, and he, was looking very inconsistent in the preseason. But that's probably the least of their problems. At running back, they have issues. Trent Richardson is his left knee. He hurt it in training camp, and he is going to start the opener. But it's not clear how strong he'll be. And after him, it's a big drop-off. They've also got a bunch of issues all over on defense. Guys suspended: Fujita, Joe Hayden. And Philly looked very good in the preseason. Even Nick Foles played well in the preseason. And in the Week 3 game, which is considered to be a dress rehearsal, Philly beat Cleveland by 17. So I'm thinking that Philly's a good bet here. But, an NFL home dog of 9 points is always tough to bet against. What's your take on this line?
It is tough to take a home dog in Week 1 of this kind of magnitude. However, everything that you outlined is exactly correct with Cleveland. The one area of Philadelphia, which is going to be a problem again this year, is in the middle of the field. Their linebacker cores are, in my opinion, at least the worst in the NFC East and probably one of the worst groups in the NFC. With that said, they're going to have to play cover 2. When you play cover 2, the middle of the field becomes wide open for tight ends. That's the easiest pass play for a quarterback like Cleveland has to execute passes. So my lean on this game is actually on the over. I also have a concern, with Michael Vick. I've heard some, Philly fans, almost wanting him to get hurt so that this new guy comes in, who is more of a prototype pro quarterback. He's 6'6", 240, throws missiles, throws the out pattern very well, and arguably is a better quarterback than Michael Vick. So it'll be interesting to see how this all transpires. The system I have here is 26-5, and it supports the over on this game. So I do expect a high-scoring game. This system also is 12-2 over the last 3 seasons. Been very reliable. And lastly, in the paper today, the owner, Jeffrey Lurie of the Eagles, stated that Reed's job, despite the success he's had, is on the line this year. That if he goes 8-8 again, he's going to be working at Dick's Sporting Goods. So I'm just wondering how much pressure that actually is going to put on the team in the first couple weeks here, because they have an easy schedule. They should get off to a fast start. What happens if they don't? And that's something a team that is trying to contend for a Super Bowl doesn't need to hear. Nonetheless, I think this game does play well over the posted total.
I think that's a great call. The total's only 41.5 right now, so that could easily work out. Thanks, John.